Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the Kaiser Sarasota broadcast. I am your host, Mashi, and I am joined today by Matt. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello. How are we doing this Saturday?
Pretty good. It's a calm, 70 degrees outside. Could be worse, could be worse. Yourself?
Yeah, it's kind of cold here, but I mean, I'm always cold, so that means nothing.
Yeah, I'm kind of layered up as well.
Yeah, but it looks like we went straight into picking. I think we missed it, but that's okay. It looks
Yeah, I didn't
like
see the link that they'd give for that.
No, I didn't see it either. That's okay. Um, looks like um on Kaiser's side. Oh yeah, we're playing LSU today.
Ooh.
So we have LSU versus K Sarasota. I'm excited. Looks like we have Zaya Rakan in the bot lane versus Varus Maokai. And then Silas and Gangplank, Sejuani and Jarvan, and then Poppy and Gragas in the top lane. I like the two junglers in the top lane. Very, very meta fitting.
I've been saying this for, I think it was the last 2 weeks we've casted. Poppy is just so strong. And
She
they've done nothing
is
in the last few patches to fix her whatsoever. She's just a
absolutely.
broken pick.
Yeah, she is, and I've seen that. I saw one of my friends played Poppy top and went 26-5. I was like, oh man. Um, but what are your initial thoughts on this matchup? We're gonna go into a bit of a spectator delay, but um, we can talk about the matchups and the just overall thoughts on this composition, what we think might happen, etc.
I think Kaiser does have a little bit of advantage into the bot lane. The Lovers duo obviously is like a super strong pick in general, and it should just carry you to your mid to late game.
Mm-hmm.
Though if kills are starting to be grabbed by the Varus, can easily start throwing a wrench into that plan. I really love the Poppy pick into a Jarvan, especially because the name of this comp is we're going to put you in the baby cage, we're going to throw all our ultis at you, and pray that you're dead before all our ultis are gone.
Oh, for sure.
So having the Poppy being able to eliminate somebody from that, and that I'm gonna assume most of the time it's gonna be that Jarvan from being able to hold still everybody. Zaya, I believe, doesn't have a way out of the pit, even with her R, so she's gonna have to save that for Flash. Everything else, I really like Kaiser's draft. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit hard to try and engage on them, especially with these three beefy frontliners in Jarvan, Gragas, and Maokai.
Yeah.
But we'll see if the Gragas actually ends up going more of a tank rather than the AP Bruiser that we've seen a lot of variation of.
The Bomba build.
The Bomba build.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I really like the stunlock comp that we have going on. If someone can engage, whether it be Rakan or Silas, with that airborne or that stun, they can really follow it up well with what they have, and I think they'll make for some really obnoxious team fights.
Yeah, and especially with like how you see like the Gangplank's going to be able to slow you, so is the Varus E and R. Maokai R is going to be able to give you that ability to just walk into Kaiser's team with the R if it's positioned correctly. But there are disengaged tools that we can see from everybody on Kaiser. So
Mhm.
I'm interested to see how they play it out comparative into this team that's you got two CC heavy teams going up against each other. Whoever hits their buttons better is most likely going to be the victor in this mid to late game.
Yeah, for sure. And just speaking from playing bot lane, I definitely think this is going to be a lot of all-in trading, especially with having to engage supports. Rakan's kind of a mix between Enchanter and Engage, but they both have to go in and commit to something to really get off those stuns so that ADCs can get some damage off. So I feel like it's going to be a lot of all or nothing trading that I'm going to be seeing, and I think that's really exciting.
Yeah, the perfect part about Kaiser's draft is that you have the Poppy set 20 for that type of engage, and Rakan is that secondary engage, being able to layer upon the CC of both Poppy and Sejuani. It can be really strong, especially for this Silas Saya, who are going to be looking to do as much damage as they possibly can. And if they're able to layer that CC well, then it should just be good night.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not too familiar with how Gangplank and Silas fight, but I know that Hazel is a absolutely killer Silas player, so that'll be exciting.
Well, it depends on how well Osiris is able to stack his passive. His passive is the true damage burn effect
Ooh,
that
yeah.
Gangplank has, and I believe based off of I think it's like barrels, he's
Hmm.
able to he's able to get that passive back a lot more and try to trade with Silas in these early levels, but we'll see. He may get poked out with a Q start one from Gangplank, which I assume, especially now going with the first strike as well. I have not seen a Gangplank mid in a very long time though.
I haven't either. I mostly see him play top, or just not at all.
Yeah, he's been missing in the meta so far, at least from competitive standpoints. Obviously, this is the Nace, so I haven't seen as many of the other games, but I'm
Are they,
interested
go-
to see how well it actually goes into this team.
are they going for an invade?
Yeah, this is different from usually their 5 point that
Yeah.
Kaiser's been accustomed to. They might be trying to get a little bit more vision out into the bottom area just to give Kiara and Elo some much needed vision.
Uh
They do
oh.
find
Oh,
out Varus. That's
flash
Varus
already.
Flash.
Wow.
That is
That is
very,
massive.
very good.
That's already
And the
worth
perfect part
it.
about this is LSU did not decide like after seeing that trying to go in and get more information on the jungle of Kaiser too. So they're playing in the dark. They have the Varus Flash, which is going to be easy pickings for Matthew to come down and get a gank on them later on.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm just excited to see, how they use that because knowing that Varus doesn't have an out, they can really engage safer in a sense, knowing
Oh,
that
absolutely.
they can really get in there without Varus having a flash out. Because Varus doesn't have any dashes or anything. He solely relies on good movement and the flash every 240 seconds.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, especially because if he starts playing aggressive, he needs to care for Matthew, who's going to be starting on those red camps up the top, and is probably going to start pathing his way to level 3, level 4, down to bot. Don't know if Flash is going to be up by then, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We can watch the timer on the side though. It's about a quarter of the way back. Just been
Yep.
past it.
And this is about what you would see in bot lane anyways. The Varus is going to be starting the E and being able to poke out Xayah or Khan in the early stages. You got to look out for that level 3 though from both of them. Level 2 advantage given to LSU, but not able to do much other than have control over the wave.
Looks like we got some action in the top lane.
Yeah, getting level 2 engaged off of the Gragas is pretty strong, especially if you're able to get that wave push.
Absolutely. And there we go with level 2 on both sides. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but we haven't seen Elo play yet this season, have we?
I think he played in our the first game I cast, and Elo actually just talking about that goes on orally and is able to knock him up and be able to get out. So is Silas going on to Osiris though.
Big chunk of damage. Oh wow.
That's
An
half.
orange to bring it all back.
Gotta get your vitamin C.
Absolutely.
Or D, I can't remember which one oranges give you.
It's
Blood
C.
oranges.
It's C.
Is it C?
Yeah.
The C.
Vitamin D comes from the sun. I should have presentation on this.
Thank God one of us knows.
Like
and as you can see,
sorry, go ahead.
my apologies. I was just going to say, look at Matthew here. He's actually just finishing up the Gromp now, and they have a wave pushed up into them. It's kind of the perfect timing to try and go. There's no wards down here either for LSU, so they're kind of just guessing in the dark. Yeah, okay, never mind. They do have a ward down there, and they're able to spot him out.
And they're backing up. Looks like Jarvan's on the way up. Might put Poppy in an awkward spot.
Yeah, Poppy doesn't have the ability to stop him from dashing. That's flash out.
Flash out, yep.
Poppy, if I'm not mistaken, does have a little bit of a dash though within her kit, so I think she should be fine as long as it's able to keep the wave at a middle pace.
And she gets move speed, which is helpful.
Elo's just going in on Varus here.
Yeah, going for it.
Ignite down, cleanse used, and that's Maokai first blood.
Hazel's
down here though.
Looks like they're able to get the kill on Varus.
Oh, that's a flash for Matthew. He's just gonna grab that kill from under this tower.
Beautiful follow-up.
That's a double kill for Kaiser though.
Yeah, and Maokai was the one who got that, not Varus.
And well played by Hazel, being able to actually push in that wave from middle to make sure that while he's making that roam, that Gangplank's not going to get much advantage over him. And actually, currently, right now, Gangplank is lower HP and lower mana right now, even after the gank from Silas down in the bot lane.
That was a near perfect gank, honestly.
Yeah, no, it was really well executed. Wish Matthew didn't have to waste flash there, but kill's a kill.
Kill's a kill. And the earlier we can get ahead, the better. Looks like they took Void Grubs. Jarvan is backing now. Gangplank is teleporting back.
Yeah, and with that kill... Oop, my apologies, go ahead.
You're good. Discord delay is not helpful.
No, not at all.
But they actually have some vision over close to the Krugs, the LSU side, which is really good that Matthew's able to put that.
Yeah, being able to spot out whenever Jarvan's looking for probably like a lane gank to try to help out their bot lane here, because now the Kiara does have a kill advantage over. Be incredibly useful.
For sure.
I am wondering is that okay, Matthew's here to help try to get the push out. Maybe no, that's just deciding to go for Krebs. I think honestly, if you're Kaiser, you're just going to be wanting to try and stack dragons as fast as possible. Krebs have already been taken. Just control that bot side with the kill that you have. Though Jarvan's going to be sitting in this brush, waiting for them to pop up. Does Elo take the bait though?
Oh, and he found them. That Q, so he's probably going to back off. They don't have vision there. They don't know how to learn that push.
Yeah, no vision. Jarvan hasn't been pinged on map in probably a minute. You can only assume. But the problem is that they have a pushing wave going into LSU, so a freeze can be set up here. Jarvan will flag and drag, misses.
Runs too fast.
And that's so good for Matthew, too, because Jarvan wasted probably about 30, 45 seconds of his time. He could have been clearing camps or trying his luck in another lane. And Matthew's going to start getting ahead in CS here and items. Matthew actually coming down here.
Looks like we're going for an all-in.
Gangplank are used, flash used from Varus. Malcolm can be in trouble here if they decide to continue to commit to this. Jarvan comes back, flash, flag drag misses. Decide to go back in. The Varus was ignited. Matthew does go down though. Crow's really low, so is Elo. Ignite used, double kill for the Jarvan. But Hazel says he wants to continue this.
Beautiful.
He will continue it. Oh, the big boy points is going on to Gragas here.
Oh, Gragas
so close.
Is super low. What? That's an exciting game.
Kaiser's early games are usually tumultuous like this, so this is par of the course.
Not surprised, but it's always exciting, no matter how many times I watch it.
Always a fiesta.
Oh, absolutely. Yes is the perfect word for it.
Yeah. And what's also nice, I don't know if it's spectator bug or not, but Hazel hasn't used teleport yet. Every time that he's gone to go make a gank or do any of these other things, he's not had to use teleport. His wave management is excellent this game. So having that TP advantage, especially since the Gangplank is about halfway to his, he lands, he's gone ducked. Gonna chunk him out, gonna hit a parlay on the back end from Gangplank, but
got some action
so
in the
far
top
so
lane.
good. Yeah, Poppy's just favored in this matchup in my opinion. It's so hard for Gragas to do anything into this Poppy, especially with the ability to make his E essentially worthless unless he has flash to try and surprise him.
Oh, here comes Matthew. Elo
Yeah,
missing
Matthew's
the
going to go in.
knockout.
He's level 6. He does have the ability for his ultimate. But I think they're just going to go on to Maokai here. He's easy pickings. Elo's going to get traded, though. Yara's still going to try and poke.
There goes the Jarvan ult.
Right, flash, Matthew.
Matthew did not flash at that.
Matthew's flash was actually still on cooldown, I believe.
It didn't show it on my side. Like she gets spectator bug. Ooh. Gragas
Ooh,
ult
Bomba
missing.
misses though. Q smash misses from Poppy. W was used. Damage reduction is there, but still able to get the buckler. Gonna be able to negate the Q damage from Gragas.
Yep, it looks like they are taking the dragon on LSU's side.
It's not dented. Blue team has slain the dragon.
I'm hoping Matthew here, especially with now we have Elo going up in the top. I'm hoping to see some vision control over by these. I think it's this Rift Herald that's next.
I think it's second Void Grubs.
The second Void Grubs? I don't know if they spawned after 10 or not.
I think
A
it's
flash
14.
used, going in.
Double flash. I don't think there's really another choice there once you're avoiding thing. Just had to double flash. Yeah, it looks like they're grabbing the second set of Void Grubs, so 3 for 3.
One adaptation I'm very happy to see. Incredibly happy to see. We're actually going for Void Grubs, boys. Going down, we have a TP coming out from the Poppy to join in on this. Jarvan misses the flag, and Dragon's going to be able to be picked up.
Beautiful. And that's the stun lock we were talking about. Just Jarvan could not move.
Kind of hard to move when you got those characters up against you.
Absolutely. Oh, and
Okay,
here
so
comes the teleport.
I mean, yeah, look at Maokai and Varus. They're so far up trying to get Kiara from underneath tower. He steals that. Maokai flashes out to get away from the R from the Silas.
Looks like they're out. Oh.
Looks like they're going back in. Gangplank's coming back.
Flash from Silas.
Flash from Hazel. This is the Abscond of Ducks.
No stun, that did slow them, and now we're at a 4v3. Matthew in there.
Matthew's just doing what he does best, being a tank, being a nuisance, but he's going to be picked up by Borley. Maokai's going to be traded in exchange.
Triple kill for Borley.
And that is not what you want to see from Kaiser, especially going in from that and not being able to track the Jarvan here makes all the world in the difference, and getting all those kills on Varus brings him right back into the game with even more gold.
Absolutely, and the wave is shoving into mid lane, but looks like he's
Yeah, looks like we're sitting on. Yeah.
Gangplank hurts.
Gangplank does hurt, and he's going to continue to hurt the longer and longer it goes. His barrel combos are incredibly good.
Absolutely.
There is a 2k gold difference in this early game so far over to LSU. I'm wondering what Kaiser's going to try to do to help mitigate this during the mid game as we're slowly approaching.
Just check on items. Varus does have upgraded boots and a couple pieces of next item, which looks like Rage Blade. Not totally
Could be.
sure.
Could be. And also, funny note is lethal tempo on this patch actually got reworked a little bit. It's a little bit worse in the early game, going from 9% to 5%. But in these later games, lethal tempo stacks up to about 16%, which is a huge boon and something that Borley can take advantage of if he decides to keep going this auto attack build.
And it looks like it's going to be somewhat of a on-hit build. That attack speed as well.
Matthew may be in trouble. Goes for a ward. 4 people converge on him though. Matthew should just be dead here.
Yeah. Looks like
But
they're trying
Borley's
to
in
get Borley. And there's the shutdown.
Shutdown's
like
there, but was it worth it, Kaiser?
There's the Jarvan ult. Hazel says, no, I know that I'm not winning that. And he gets it. Oh, but Jarvan. Jarvan's
I was
on
just gonna
him.
keep hitting.
Like he's trying to go for something. Still Jarvan ult. some action in the top lane. It's like they're pinging dragon, really want to get that back. Because they have one dragon on us. It's only the second dragon, but we can't get one. And dragons are important. It looks like it's gonna be. I can't see what it's gonna be.
Got it.
Oh, I lied.
You pan your
Infernal.
camera down. It's Infernal.
Yeah, it's Inferno.
Well, the good news is if your Kaiser, Infernal's not going to be the soul, which is something that you would really been worrying about if LSU was able to start stacking these, especially with now the Varus being as fed as he is in the gangplank as well, getting that 3 kills, going 3-0 and 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like
Looks
the
like-
Pants is a little bit in trouble.
Yeah.
He's able to get out though and get underneath tower.
And that's where that moose feed really comes in handy. Is look it under there without having to use flash or anything.
Yep. Looks like we're actually going to be getting a gank onto the Gragas here. Both Silas and Sejuani are up here. Pop from the Glacial Bola and from Musconda Duck. It's just an
No.
easy kill for Hazel.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. Beautifully done. Looks like Jarvan is bot lane, looking to jump on Zaya and Rakan. That turret
Just
is
put-
low.
Just play safe bot, guys. Just play safe bot. There's nothing they can do. R was used by Zaya. Flash is able to get out, but Elo's going to sacrifice his life.
It looks like they're getting ready for Dragon. But they know they can't take that because of what happened, and they're gonna get the Rift Trail. Oh, don't forget them! Don't forget them!
You got to be able to Mario Kart. Come on, guys. We didn't do it for the 60 gold that it gives. We did it for the ability to take towers.
There goes two
And
dragons.
you were right, Mashy. Gwynsu's Rage Blade was picked up by Varus.
Alright. I know my ADC items, that's about it.
There's only so
That's the
many.
yeah. There's a fine selection down there.
I saw the recurve bow and I was thinking, Terminus? No, probably
Nah,
not
it
yet.
was the amplifying tome that gave it away, because not many items give AP.
Oh, I didn't even see the amplifying tome. You're so right.
Yeah. And Terminus would be double recurve bow.
Double recurve. Okay.
Yeah. It's double recurve bow and a BF sword.
Need to get up on my item builds.
I gotta get up on every other lane except ABC. That's all I can tell you. And I can tell you what, like, Moonstone builds into.
Fair.
It's like everyone's having a meeting in the mid lane. Silas and Gangplank are bot lane.
You know, just a friendly little ARAM provision.
We do a bit of ARAM.
Do a bit of ARAM. We are seeing though that we're going to be swapping lane assignments ever since the tower started to start falling down for Kaiser. You get these bot laners into mid, try to get them the minions as fast as they possibly can without encroaching a bunch of the vision. But with those tier 1s down, it's kind of hard for Kaiser to control the vision in their own jungle right now.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why we have so many wards there instead of trying to get aggressive, because we don't have the safety of our turrets.
Shieldy.
Yeah, and you're looking at a 6k, 5k gold lead right now for the side of LSU. They're able to kind of just punch them with their wallets right now at least.
Yeah, and let's check the item stats. Like, about even in the jungle and the top lane. Where we can really see the difference is there's a full item advantage on the ADCs. Hazel goes down there.
Yeah, Hazel's not able to land his Abscondo Duct or being able to hit the Varus R from his ulti. And with the amount of attack speed that Varus has, it's just... Welcome
So
to the
hard.
grinder. Welcome to the grinder. Death by 1,000 slashes, essentially.
Absolutely. Yeah, and look at him. He's just ripping that turret apart. Once Varus starts to snowball, it's really hard to stop him.
Yeah, especially into this game, you
Fabio.
gotta start getting into these team
Throwing
fights.
Gragas all the way to the Baron pit.
Just get out of my lane, that's all.
And it looks like
You're-
Gragas flashed as well.
Yeah, that's really good summer to get down. He does still have access to Unleash Teleport if he needs to respond to any other lanes that are either being pushed in or have been pushed in and try to get a tower off of it. There are pings coming out from the Gangplank that Baron Ash is about to spawn. I wonder if they're going to try and do a 20-minute Baron. I think they have the damage to do so, but it could be risky. Oh, Matthew's going for a little drive. Da 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 da. Max for step on. Da 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 da. He's gonna go in. He's gonna land it. Wargreaves gonna come out, hit the tower a little bit, but not before they get sent to the grinder known as the Varus.
Yes. Good chunk of damage off though. We'll take any damage we can get. And here comes Baron.
Looks like we got the territorial Baron. I see that landscape change coming in from when they spawned.
Ooh, looks like Varus is alone.
This is alone, Glacier Prison land.
But here comes Gragas. Bomba landed.
Bomba hit.
Varus gets out.
Varus is out, but for how long? Irvin's gonna go in though. Flash, Q, Flag Drag land, so does R. Worldly's low, but the Silas is gonna get it.
Kiara, oh, that barrel.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be a 20-minute Baron.
Yeah, wow. That Jarvan all really caught them all, and almost everyone. Even popping the ceiling like an angry pot. Just can't get out of it.
Yeah, I think if you're Big Boy Pants here, you have to kind of save your ulti just for this Jarvan so they can't be able to add into the team fight.
For sure. 17-9 right now. We're looking at over a 10k gold lead.
Yeah, it's looking really, really rough now, especially with the Baron being picked up and it's going to be here for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's going to start looking rough. If you're Kaiser and you want any hope of trying to get through the rest of this game, it's just got to be scale, 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 flash. Ipscano Dark misses. Bomba hits, though.
Kiara and
Poppy are here.
Double Bomba in one fight.
Too many Bombas, too many Bombas.
Too many Bombas. It's like Sejuani is trying to hold Gangplank off as long as possible. That turret is just gone. Wow, even with this this tanky build, Gangplank just does so much damage. And
yeah, even
goes down.
Yeah, even with the passive is gone. Yeah, the grinder, this Varus getting those kills early, being able to stack on that Rage Blade and get all that together is just absolute muncher of towers.
Absolutely. Now they have to really focus on defense.
There is a silver lining. There is one small silver lining, and the fact that we're going to start getting super minions means that both Kiara, Hazel can start stacking these minions, start getting XP, get gold values back. If they're able to play safe through this late game, should be able to get back into gold range possibly, but it's going to take a very long time and a few good team fights, especially now that LSU is bordering on Soul for Dragons.
We have 2 500 gold bounties. Those could really flip something. We can get those.
You just gotta take the Jarvan out of the equation. This guy's a monster on this champion, and has been the reason why the team fights have been so one-sided.
For sure. He just knows who to hit, when to hit him. Kaiser doesn't have a way to really stop it. It's like Maokai getting some vision. Varus following him.
Actually, a really cool adaptation. I believe the support item that Maokai has allows him to leave that trail, which is going to give anybody who follows up behind him movement speed, which is really, really nice.
Yes. Really helpful.
Especially when you're going for these aggro plays.
A Baron buff on those minions as well.
Just gotta try and survive as long as you can. Verazor does land. Ipscano Duck lands as well, but how much damage can they put out? Does go down and go to Kiara. Jarvan ulti misses. Kiara's low, gets taken out by Bomba Man.
Gets taken out.
Oh, but was it worth it? The minions are breaching the base, and that Gangplank is just going to eat through those Nexus towers. It's just a clean ace for LSU.
Blue team
Yeah, very well done on LSU's part, being able to use their ults efficiently. And it looks like that's going to be game. For game 1. Dragon TPing 5 feet away.
He's just having a little bit of fun.
Do a bit of teleporting.
Do a little bit of trolling.
I miled them out. So what
All right,
were your
I'll
thoughts?
be.
Oh, you're
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
RB? No, you're good.
I was going to be RB. I'll say it real quick. My thoughts on the game. It was really good early game. There's a lot of good back and forth. It's just those early team fights and people getting caught out. Matthew getting caught out on that dragon pit, not being able to really get as much value off of the flash from the Varus down in the bottom lane was really, really rough. Not being able to get the vision taken out, especially when you know that Matthew's going to come down and try to help gank you, would have really been useful in this situation. But we'll see kind of where it goes in the second game. I'm interested to see the different kinds of bans that they're going to do, especially now that they've seen kind of what kind of comps they can play.
For sure.
But I will be RB.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, I really think that early game was really, really strong. And that they had some really good early fights, especially in the bot lane. Maokai getting that first blood on Rakan, but then being able to follow up with a double kill on both Varus and Maokai or was it Jarvan? I don't remember, but they did get a double kill, and it was really well done. And yeah, so now that we kind of know who they play, who they ban, etc., I am really curious to see kind of what the plan is going to be for bans, who we're going to be playing, all that kind of stuff. Both on LSU's side and on Kaiser's side. I definitely think that Jarvan needs to go. That was a really big issue in the team fights, those Jarvan ults, and I definitely think that we need to get Jarvan out of here. Varus was also a big issue as he kind of scaled late game, all that kind of stuff, and ended up snowballing really hard and turning into, as Mutt and I like to call it, the grinder. I think that was really hard to deal with, as he could just stay in the back line and kind of chip away at everybody, since, you know, Maokai and Jarvan and Gragas were kind of their frontline characters, and Maokai especially kind of healing for Varus, helping him stay back and not get hit by people so that he could just do all the damage from a safe distance. I think that was definitely really well played on their part. I think Poppy had a really good, strong laning phase. Being able to stay really even, getting a pick off, and having that advantage. I think Poppy did very well in that, and Hazel's roams were also very, very, very good. Being able to manage the wave and be able to be bot lane or wherever he needed to be to help his teammates at the ready without missing XP or letting Gangplank get plates. I think that was really well played, and definitely think that Hazel did a good job there. Matthew as well, just kind of being able to be present on the map, helping out when needed, securing those kills with that stun lock, good ult efficiency, all that kind of stuff. I think, like, generally they did really good, but the team fights were a struggle. And as we kind of got later into the game and lost team fights, it was just really hard to come back from it. But I definitely think that they did good. I wouldn't necessarily say that was like a bad game or anything. I think that they, the early game especially, I want to give them props for, because that was really good. The LSU played their late game very well. LSU was able to kind of catch up from the early game that happened and have really good team fights, and so that was really good. But it was an interesting game. The team fights, as we like to say, they were a fiesta, and
Just a little bit.
just a bit of a fiesta.
Just a wee bit.
They were definitely exciting though, and I was just saying that I think for bands we definitely need to get Jarvan out of here because that was difficult to deal with.
I think you have two options. If you're going to let the Jarvan go through, I don't know. We don't have the picks or bans, so I can't tell you whether or not he was picked first or second, third, fourth, fifth. But if you're deciding to let the Jarvan go through, I think you need to look at the champ pools of Kaiser, and you need to find people who are going to be able to either get out of the pit and be able to poke from a range. Because the only way I can see them ever trying to go for that kind of fight is like a full-on poke comp.
Yeah.
To try to at least like get some damage onto like the Jarvan and stuff like that pre initiation of the fight.
Yeah. Just like stay far so that if someone gets caught, we can kill him before he kills us. Type of thing.
Yeah. Honestly, I think really into that comp. I really liked the lovers duo, but I'm gonna be completely honest. It's not because I just saw it 20 minutes ago. I think Seraphine support actually would have been really, really good here. Just for the fact of how much LSU decided to stick together. I feel like the encore could have been something that would have really thrown a wrench in their plans and have given Silas, Poppy, and everyone else the ability to land more of their CC and land more of their damage onto everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Rather than the Rakan.
Yeah, I think Seraphine would have been a good pick because not only does she have the poke damage, but she also has a lot of sustain with her W. I don't remember what the dragon was, but Mountain specifically.
Mountain Soul.
It was Mountain? Okay. Then Seraphine would have been perfect for that. Because of the shields you get, Seraphine can insta-proc for healing. And I think just combo that with like a Rylai's and staff, and she would have been unstoppable. And with that encore as well, you have the root, you have the charm, you have the poke, you have everything. But I don't know if they play Seraphine. I don't think Seraphine is in our team's champ pool.
I don't know. I'm just speaking from purely like pick band. If I were to have given my input, what kind of I would look for there.
Yeah, I think Seraphine.
I think honestly, you just give Big Boy Pants somebody who can go even in lane, play weak side. You give Kiaro his best ADC possible with whatever bans they get thrown his way, and you kind of just try to get the grubs at least at some point so that LSU doesn't try to stack them as hard as possible to get through those towers again. And then you just play for Drake down that bot side and you try to get bot side established as fast as possible. We've seen Kiaro when he's ahead and when he has kills. The man is a menace.
Absolute menace to the Rift.
The absolute menace to the Rift. And with more resources given to him, I think that Kaiser can be able to take over that mid game, which has been a really crucial point for them. That's where a lot of the times where all that gold lead the enemy teams get is from. It's just bad communication down over in the mid game. And if they're able to tighten that up a bit, I think that Kaiser has a chance to pull this back.
For sure. Yeah, I think that mid game is a real turning point for Kaiser because, I mean, I've seen them have a really, really rough early game, have good communication, good rotations, turn it in the mid game, and roll them in the late game. But also, if you have that early game and you're not able to use it efficiently and you kind of fall behind in the team fights, it's so easy for the other team to just take back that lead.
Yeah. And it looks like we're actually having a swap. Matthew's going to be sitting down, and Sombra Infinita is actually going to be popping in. I believe Sombra's going to be going for the jungle position here.
Yeah, Sombra Infinita, aka Rafi, is our other jungler. I'm not totally sure of his chant pool, but I believe Vi is in there. I think Nocturne might be in there too. I think Sejuani is in there. Um, but I'm not totally sure. I guess we'll have to see.
I'm interested to see if they decide to go for the Vi here, especially. And I'm just speaking from past comp. I feel like Vi could have been really good into this, but you'd honestly only have to be pressing your R button on the Varus here, especially with how fed he was able to get
For sure.
through those mid game team fights.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think having someone like if we go for like a poking team, we at least need someone who can jump on those carries and kind of take them out of it while we're poking because without some kind of like engage, there will not be much going on.
Yeah, no. Silas was doing a really, really good job of getting onto the Varus in that late game, and he was able to get on top of him. It's just I think he kind of jumped the gun a little bit in some instances where maybe a few people were a bit too behind than when they were ready for the engage onto him.
You see what's going on in the chat?
I certainly do.
Sorry, it's making me laugh.
Well, it's a good thing that they're all just friends. We're all just friends here playing some friendly games of League. Who can say that?
Oh, we get to watch it now. Ooh.
Yay!
Yeah.
This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part about League.
Oh, we got Flauda versus Louisiana.
Do you mind switching over the perspective to the picks and bans real quick for me?
For sure. Oops, I'm in my friend's skins. You are.
There we go. I'm really interested what these 1-3 bans are gonna be for both sides.
Me as well, because we didn't get to see this last time, so we'll see. I don't even know who LSU usually plays. Oh, Lucian.
Lucian ban already picked up.
Maokai.
Okay, so they decided that Maokai was good into their comp, but based on whatever they're deciding to play now, Maokai's not going to be that great. Graves is another ban we've been seeing from Kaiser a lot from all the games that I've been casting with you.
Yeah.
Graves has been banned at least 5 to 6 out of the time. Cesar got banned as well. Poor Hazel.
Senna's broken right now.
Oh my, it's so broken. Absolutely just monstrously broken.
Oh, there goes Tristana. Probably, yeah. Absolute menace. Kiara is on Tristana.
Yeah, if I'm Kaiser here, I'm thinking about just picking up my bot laner as fast as possible. Sure. I wouldn't wait for 4-5 here, especially their ability to pinch that bot lane even more.
Sure.
But we'll see what they decide to go. Okay, ooh, we actually get the Varus. Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Let's see what they do in comparison to that.
You know, maybe Kaiser's just a blue side team. Maybe that's what it was. It was just map diff.
Maybe. I prefer playing on the blue side personally. Callista. Interesting.
Callista is a pretty good matchup into Varus, especially having the ability to be a lot more movement based with her auto attacks.
She's very
which capitalizes on Varus' ability to move away.
Oh,
and there's the vibe pickup.
All the characters we were talking about are flipped different sides. We were talking about having the Vi and how they had the Varus, now it's switched. Zyra. Oh, what an
that's interesting.
Lane. What an
That's interesting.
That is annoying.
Okay. I kind of like this. I actually really like this.
It. A lot of poke. Zyra is just so annoying. I was telling you about that earlier because you were like, why don't you play Zyra? I think she's super annoying.
She's absolute bane of every engaged support's nightmares.
Every immobile ADC too.
Yeah. And that's a Nocturne pick
Oh,
into
there's
the buy.
Nocturne. Renata.
Ooh,
These
that's
are like
Ronaldo.
these are like super unplayed characters. I like it. I love it.
Renata actually has been picked up a bunch recently, and only due to the hostile takeover, especially into like a Varus and a Nocturne, who are going to be more auto attack based, unless
Yeah.
Kiara decides to go for the ability arrow build for
Mhm.
poke.
Quay and Oriana getting banned.
All right, looks like we're just going to be pinching mid laners here.
There
Poppy's
goes
taken
Poppy.
away.
Poppy was good last game. I liked the Poppy last game. I was saying that I think the laning phase is really even and steady, and that's what you want in top lane.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be getting rolled. Just keep it nice and simple. Play for the late game, and I think that Big Boy did a good job on that. There's Gangplank again. I think that
We can only assume that's probably going to be going mid.
Yeah, their mid laner also has a Gangplank profile picture, so I feel like they might like Gangplank.
Just a little bit.
Just like a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. I'm wondering what you do here and what you blind. Top leaves. It looks like they're leaving top lane to be the counter pick here. Gonna be able to pick the Gnar into it. I like that. Gnar's a really safe blind pick, especially in the top lane matchups.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if they try to do a switcheroo like Gangplank going top instead of mid here as well. I think Gnar is able to middle out that interactions with all of them. What does Hazel want to play though?
I don't know. Maybe you'll see like, ooh, Syndra.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I like that.
So essentially, we're locking down one person, throwing them into the wall, and then throwing cosmic balls of energy at them. Okay, I see the plan.
I like it. I like it. And Syndra just gets better with late game because of her stacking. Malphite. Okay.
That is a Malphite. Okay. Interesting. That's I don't think I've seen a Malphite Gnar interaction just yet.
I don't know if I have either.
Yeah, I think that I feel like early trading should go to the Gnar here, especially if he's able to kite him out. The only thing I would worry about is probably the Q stun and being too far pushed up for the jungle Vi to be able to come in and Q on top of Gnar here. But other than that, I don't think it could be that too big of an issue.
No, I honestly, I really love this draft. Like, I think it's going to be an exciting game.
It could be.
Yeah, I mean, bot lane will be interesting. A lot of poke, a lot of mobility, a lot of all that. Yeah, there's Gangplank. Bye.
Do you mind restarting the Discord stream real quick?
Yeah.
It's on infinite loading. My apologies.
No, you're good. That happens.
There we go.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to restart.
Yeah, the Kalista Renata bot lane though is insanely good. I've seen a lot of pro players been using it recently, and just the ability to rend with the get out of jail free card from Renata is incredibly strong into this. I will say the only person on Kaiser's team that can probably engage mostly is going to be this Nocturne Gnar. And Gnar's going to be the only really tanky one, so that Gangplank's going to have fun if he's good with his barrels.
Yeah, for sure. Those barrels can chunk you so fast, especially if he starts kind of getting towards the late game. But Syndra also just gets really strong in the late game, especially with the true damage and the execute that she gains. Can really give some unexpected damage if you're tracking how many stacks she has.
It's a contest of darts. You have five balloons in front of you. How many can you pop before the balloons start fighting back? It's balloons all over again.
All right, and now we go into our spectator delay. Follow the rules around here.
Do you think we'll
Um,
see another one of those engages from Kaiser in the early game, like they did going into the blue side jungle and seeing the Varus and trying to capitalize on that? Or do you think we'll see more of a 5 point access again?
I don't think that's something they would do into this team because I feel like there's just a lot less engaged that we have and a lot less CC lock that they can just get out of it super easy and they can follow up. And I don't know. I don't feel like I would do that, but we never know. I feel like we'll see a 5 point on this
I think I could see LSU trying to do it,
though.
especially since at least on Kaiser level one, the only person who would have a CC is probably going to be the Zyra.
Yeah.
Cinder can't go E first, especially with not having access to one
Oh,
or
for
Q.
sure.
My apologies. I've been playing too much Smite.
Never played it.
It's really fun.
People are like, "Oh, you can't play League and Smite," and I'm like, "Well, I don't know."
Mhm. It's free to play. You should give it a try.
Yeah, maybe I'll try it whenever I can find some free time.
True. I will say though, I'm really interested in this Gnar Malphite matchup. I really am. It's such a
Yeah.
matchup in my head, especially since I don't feel like anything's going to happen until at least level 6 when Malphite's going to be able to jump on in. But
Hmm.
kind of with how this team comp is going, Malphite's probably going to have to go into damage a bit because they have no AP other than him and Renata. Renata's not going to build anything AP based, I don't believe. Malphite's
No.
kind of builds into that. Otherwise, Nar's going to have an easy day. All he has to do is just buy steel capped and then start building armor against this gangplank Callista. So I'm going to assume that there's going to be a Randuin's at some point from this Nar to try to hop on in the back, try to eliminate some of the crit that gangplank Callista are going to be able to do.
Yeah. And I mean, Renata, she is AP based, but her usual build is Enchanter. So you'll see like Imperial Mandate, Shirelia's, Ardent Censer, Mikhail's. Like you probably won't see any like heavy AP from her. Just some a lot of utility with her root, her slow, her berserk, with her hostile takeover, all that kind of stuff.
And I'm wondering if Varus is going to decide to go cleanse here, especially into this comp. Against like a Vi, a Malphite, Renata. I think it's just a no-brainer. You probably have to go cleanse here now.
Probably. I mean, that's a whole lot of doesn't really have good escape on anything. So cleanse might be necessary for this game. There we go.
There we go.
Hmm. Took its sweet time.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. A ghost, actually.
Okay. I'm a little bit worried for the mid game for that, especially if he's able to get caught out by the Vi. But we will see.
Yeah, and it looks like right away we're not doing any sort of
Welcome to
invades.
Summoner's Rift.
Like a 5 point on both sides. Wow, look at that.
Like I seen a Braveheart.
Minion spawn.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Brings tears to my eye.
I am pretty interested. Desire decided to drop the ward down in the bot brush here on their blue side jungle. I'm wondering if they thought that maybe they'd try to go down here after what they pulled in game 1.
Could be. Sorry, I keep yawning. Elo on Zion.
You don't
Yeah,
have
let's
long.
see it.
Exciting
We do
things will
love to
happen
see
soon.
it. What on earth It's going on in the chat.
They're just having some fun. They're just having a little bit of fun. They do a little trolling.
This is a fun team. They're funny.
I do think it's kind of a little bit of a bad matchup for Hazel in this early game, especially if he's able to get poked out by the parlay. But as soon as that's kind of over, as long as the barrels aren't going to be too big of an issue, Hazel should be able to just mess around with the gangplank.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks like Renan decided to go rockets first instead of the handshake. They're not looking to poke or grab anybody just yet.
No, that's usually what I would take on Renata as well. I like to start off with some annoying. Oh, and Milo getting grabbed.
Level 2.
Ballistic gets rooted. That's a big wave under the turret.
Yeah, I gotta say, LSU's ability to get these early level advantages and use them has been just a masterclass.
They are very, very good at it. Looks like Meganar incoming.
I think top lane will see. Hold that thought, actually. Vi's gonna start charging up, going to Hazel. It lands. E does land, though. Hazel should be able to get out of there without much health being taken away from him.
Barely getting.
This Malphite early is actually so tanky. Big Boy Pants is saying, I don't care if you hit me. I'm getting my cannon. I'm leaving, but I'm going to have to flash for it. Malphite's going to flash, though. Does Q come up before? Does that kill? Arcane Comet! Get first blood.
Comet! Is this going to be full AP Malphite?
He's got Doran's. It could be.
Interesting.
And so that's really, really bad for Kaiser, because if he's able to start getting those AP items online with his scaling with his R, can really chunk out some of these squishies on Kaiser.
Probably even one-shot the bot lane.
There's a good chance. There's a good chance.
I've seen it. Scary.
Two misses. Auto attack does lands. Malphite doesn't have any mana to fight this, so he's probably gonna have to back and teleport, especially with the wave being pushed in.
For sure. And there he goes backing now.
Nar's gonna go down, look for a little bit of vision.
Vi coming in from behind and killing Baron.
Yeah, Kiara was just way too far up in that instance. I believe he got hit by the handshake from Renata. And got pulled into.
Goodness, this Malphite is aggressive.
I didn't think Malphite would be this strong and this early, but Shiza, he is killing it.
For sure. I mean, I usually see Malphites play pretty passively until 6. But not this one.
I don't know. It's going really well for him so far. This early game for the Malphite is looking exactly the way that you want it if you're an LSU fan.
For sure. I'm not even going to try and pronounce their username, but they're doing a great job.
Yeah. Groans with feet. That's about it.
Yeah. Shoving that wave in. One man's getting low.
Was the kill on Kiara? Who did that end up going to? Did that go to the Callista?
It went to Vi.
Okay, so we're gonna see Vi get a little bit. Malphite's gonna be able to come down and help out with the Void Grub. So is Renata. I think if you're Kaiser here, if you know that you see the Void Grubs going down, you gotta start putting wards down here over by Drake, see what you can do, try to get a wave push, try to call down Sombra to come and try to help out with that. Handshake hits, Ignite lands, Hazel's in trouble. Tick, 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 tick.
Oh,
not enough.
Barely.
Barely able to live with the skin on his teeth still. Or I guess enamel. Well, that's interesting. Does Malphite have anything that reduces healing reduction in his kit?
He has Bramble
Oh, he
Vest.
does have. Okay, he has Bramble Vest. Okay.
I don't think he has anything in his kit. But Yeah,
I was
something
gonna say I
inventory.
saw the mark. I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh. That's-
I actually really like that too because now you have access to. Wait, we're getting a little bit of trade down bot. Sombra's caught out.
Here comes
Nar Mega
Nar.
Nar's coming in.
Ooh,
R lands. W stun
beautiful.
lands. Vi's low, but is gonna be able to take out Sombra. Big Boy Pants has to run out of here. Cidra's on the way, but Cidra's gonna start getting ganked from this Gangplank and everyone else.
Yeah,
They decided to
she's
back
at a-
off though.
That's a severe number disadvantage. You cannot wonder.
We're getting some good trades here onto board.
Oh,
Level 6 though
instantly
achieved
ultimate.
Flash.
Oh,
Oh, just live for a little bit, Elo. Just live for a little bit.
Oh.
Nice. Bailout wasn't used. Bailout wasn't able to be used. This should just be an easy double kill for Kiaro here, which is going to be huge.
beautifully done.
Beautifully done. Kiaro did get both of those kills, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. Wonderful.
Beautiful. That's what we want to see.
Oh, interesting. Zyra actually decided to go for first item, Haunting Guys.
Oh. We do a bit of burning.
Oh, this Malphite's gonna press R on this
This
Gnar.
Malphite
Okay,
is-
never mind. R is on cooldown for right now. I was so worried I was about to see a Gnar get sent to the stratosphere. V lands, getting some good poke out on this Gangplank. Elam may be in a little bit of trouble with the handshake lands, should be able to get out.
This is not close though for the 3v3. Hazel's wave is not in an awesome spot to be.
Yeah, with the push both in bot and in mid, it's an easy take for LSU here.
Yeah,
Into the Ocean's
do.
Dragon. First time picked up for the Malphite actually is going to be a Thornmail into these, into both Varus, the Gnar, Nocturnes. Really good pickup first item. I'm wondering if he's
For sure.
going to decide to go full tank or not, or if he's going to do kind of a hybrid.
I don't know. I mean, Thornmail's making me question what I said before. 'Cause, I mean, I think if he really wanted that anti-heal and was going full AP, he'd go like Malphite, but also that's a really strange buy for Malphite, so guess we'll have to see.
I have my own opinions on Morellonomica, and I think honestly the Thornmail works just a lot better for his passive ability.
Yeah.
If you're looking for the anti-heal. Vi is coming in though. I believe Vi is level 6, does have access to the R. Nocturne R is used, but so is Vi's. Zyra ulti does miss. And Nocturne's going to be nowhere to help Elo, because that's a double kill over to the Kalista.
Comes Mega Gnar, and ooh.
Perfect
Oh,
CC
much
so
CC,
far.
and
RU shut down over to Hazel. So we're getting trades on the map, but plates are going to be going down here over in the bot lane.
And we have.
Oh no, Kiaro.
Oh no.
Oh no, Kiaro. No. Flash out, Gangplank RUs. Hostile takeover whiffs. Kiaro does live, but that's a flash gone. It's a disaster. That's flash on Vi. Wait, hold on. Vi may have just tripped up. Ignite set down. Be careful, guys. Syndra is here,
He's
though.
here.
Vi's going to go in. Face call was used.
Ooh, Zyra in the takedown on
Got to be careful. This
Kalista
close is
is
incredibly
absolutely-
strong.
Ooh, well done.
Kiaro's just
Kiara
stronger.
doing that.
That's a huge shutdown to Kiaro as well.
Oh, and
Oh, what a
stuff.
perfect
Ooh.
E.
It looks like Malphite is hitting it, bro. Looks like we'll have the ult to Malphite coming up soon.
So incredibly well done. I'm so impressed by Hazel's ganking abilities, especially in these lanes. Wasn't able to get the wave in the way that he wanted to, but being able to help out Kiaro down in the bot lane is definitely going to put him back. That's a flash from Gangplank the R. Flash from Hazel goes. Not dead yet, though.
Some poke off, saw the arcane comet go flying. Looks like we're getting a nice reset as that wave got shoved.
Yeah, if I'm Nocturne here, you have to bail out your Gnar here. That Malphite is just going to continue to grow and grow in power, and it's going to take that tower. It's going to make it even harder for Gnar to be able to farm up there without being ganked by a Vi, a Gangplank, a Kalista. If they decide to swap lanes.
Sure. Oh, and they're stealing the jungle. It's like Big Boy Pants trying to help out, but we're not getting caught out by Hero Ghost coming out.
And Kiara
There
said,
goes Renata.
I made a mistake once. I didn't have a ward there, but I have words there now, okay? I see you this time. He's able to pick up the
and you
kill.
learn.
Live and you learn. Fool me once, shame on me. You can't fool me twice. I learned the first time.
This Malphite is proxying so hard right now.
Yeah, especially now Vi being on that top side, able to get some vision inside the jungle, especially for the Malphite. If Nocturne decides to pop up, it's incredibly hard to try to get him out of this predicament. Yeah, and this top lane tower is just going to go down. Like, I don't think, unless Nocturne is able to get up there and try to stave him away a little bit, I don't think there's much that Gnar can do in this situation. Vi's going to hop on over, take over the control ward down in the Baron pit. Gotta be fearful for Gnar here. He decides to stay underneath the tower. Oh my god, the poke is insane! The hostile takeover does land. Renata does get bailout, but tick, tick, tick is gonna go.
And here comes
Nocturne
Nocturne.
ulti lands.
Beautiful.
Varus on a killing spree.
And just in time for Dragon.
Yeah, it's the perfect conditions in this bottom lane.
Vi is near. It's just sitting in the bush. Uh-oh.
You better be careful.
Kill him, no.
It'll land that Gangplank. R is used. Does he have flash? Is able to get out. Burn tick. R is used though. I could be in trouble, but the Gangplank is here and can really pop these guys. Kiara does get a rampage.
Kiara. Leandri's purchase from Zyra. That burn plus Zadzax.
Zazax. Interesting. But that's a 6-2 Varus.
That's beautiful.
Really, really good. And a level advantage for him in his bot lane matchup.
Beautiful.
Alright, it looks like we're not going to get much vision over by the Rift Herald as of the moment. Top lane tower did end up going down. Looks like bot lane's going to be suffering the same fate here. There's so many red wards. There's so many red wards in this.
They have that locked down.
Yeah, Kalista's just going to be able to take tower solo, 300 gold, and they're going to be able to grab the Drake as well.
That vision and 5 waiting there really prevented us from getting that dragon. It looks like it's going to be another Mountain Soul.
That's going to make that Malphite terrifying.
Yeah.
By the way, that Malphite is going to be terrifying to kill.
That's going to be a big boy.
Especially if he's going to stack armor. I'm going to be looking at Kiara for that LDR. I mean, looking for any way to pop that.
Looks like he is going tanky.
Let's use hop over. R was used. Gnar does go down. He's just trying to lay as much down as he can. R was used. Doesn't execute. Nocturne's not in range to get the pull, though, to get over. Flash used to get away from the QE stun. Dark Pink's down 4 Rift Herald here, though.
Bot laners are here to help out.
They should be able to take this incredibly fast. Gnar should also be able to be going down to this right lane, or not right lane, bottom lane. Try to pick up some of these CS. Yep, there he goes. Gangplank should be able to push in wave as well to this mid turret. Miss a little bit of CS for Hazel, but they're able to get a Rift Herald and hopefully try to open up this map a little bit.
And I like that we got a little bit of vision up in the top jungle because they have been dominating the vision game. well, so we can kind of start tracking Vi. Because I feel like Vi has been catching us off guard.
Yeah, being able to track this Vi is going to be incredibly important for these pick lanes, especially. If you have a Callista just chilling there, assume that there's probably going to be someone backing her up. And you need to be careful when you're deciding to go onto these engages and when you pick fights.
Absolutely. It's like Nari and Gangplank against each other. Cinder decides to the top lane to cover that top lane.
Yeah, and it should be an even match down in the bot lane. I don't think anyone's going to get any solo kills here between the Gnar and the Gangplank, but mid-tier 1 is going to go down for Kaiser.
Drops there. We don't have any better turrets anymore.
That's really, really terrifying for Kaiser, especially now that they're going to have access into your jungle and be able to lay down these wards, which is something we saw in the first game. Their vision score was insane, especially when they're looking for whatever objective they're deciding to go on to next.
Yeah, and just that map awareness of, knowing where you need that vision and when and where to be makes all the difference when fighting for these objectives.
Yeah. Did you see that the Malphite is going to start popping up? Looks like they decided to throw Rift Herald top lane.
Should get it here, yeah.
Yeah.
That's our first turret down.
First turret of the day, too.
Oh,
Kudos.
Oh, where are we going, Noctis?
Do. Ran into a wall. Do. Sarm was able to get the first one. Second one was a little shoddy.
That's okay.
Yeah, this bot lane matchup between the Gnar and Gangplank should just be an isolated 1v1 where we're just going to see them keep poking each other and just get gold.
Yeah, for sure.
Rageblade is picked up by the Callista now, though, so we're definitely going to be seeing Callista be able to poke a lot more effectively.
They got some really unique builds going on between the two, though.
Yeah. They're just copying each other.
Yeah.
Hey, let me copy your homework.
Yeah, don't make it too obvious, though.
I think they made it a little bit too obvious.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little.
You're just gonna have to dock off points for that one. I'm wondering now, you do have Elo down here taking out some of the wards, but there is still no wards in this pit to try and help them gauge if they can even try to take anything from LSU here.
They have 4 there. Gangplank's still solo pushing bot lane. This Dragons.
Nocturne needs to be careful, though.
Elo hurting them. This is a hard thing to fight because they're just dominating vision-wise.
Look, I know that Lee Sin is like the blind monk that is able to just know everything, but that is not Kaiser right now. They need vision. We need to be able to see what's going on here if we want to have a chance into these teams.
This Renata has been on top of the vision game.
Sombra actually went in. It's a smite fight. Vi wins. Gnar did flash in and stun up the Callista a bit. It's flash from Vi. Sombra should go down here. That should be the only kill that's given.
They backed all the way up. Looks like they're going straight for Baron.
I mean, with this Callista, you probably can. You have a 2-item Callista with Rageblade. You have access to the Scuttle Crab as well for more vision if need be. Callista going to be poked down to half, though. Yeah, jungler down for 15 seconds. This is just going to be another Baron for LSU. Gar over here is going to start poking out the Malphite. They're going to try and continue fight. Hostile take over lands. That was a huge stun up. Everyone's pretty low. If Kiara can just make out, he gets it. He gets a first kill here. Here's this low. Vi's low. Kiara gets another kill. I mean, that's 3 people without Baron buff now.
That is good. unfortunate that they got it. Two of them got it, but I mean, they did what they could. Close.
Unfortunate from Sombra. It could have been a lot worse.
It definitely
I
could
think is
have.
the takeaway. Could have gone a lot worse.
I think that was a better outcome than what could have happened.
Yeah, no, Kiara played that so well. Hazel also able to poke everybody off from the side, be able to land QE into R combo was really, really well into getting everybody super, super low for Kiara to be able to just swoop them all up.
For sure. That kiting from Kiara was excellent. Just being able to avoid so much damage from early movement.
No, absolutely. I'm actually surprised how much damage Varus is going to be able to do to this Malphite, who I believe is now just only stacking armor, as is.
Yeah, looks like... Wow.
Looks like he's going to be going for a Frozen Heart here as well, which is going to stop Kiara from hitting as fast if he gets on top of him. So I'm excited to see if Kiara is going to be able to kite his way away from that slowing field.
Looks like... I think both sides are building Terminus now. Callista, for sure, with the double recruit. Varus having a BF sword. But 8-2 on Varus. That is something we love to see.
Absolutely. This is exactly what I said in the post game. You need to get your income on Kiara. This man is a beast. He's insanely good at this game. And with the resources to be able to carry, he can and he will.
For sure.
Yeah, and just as you said, Terminus picked up from Kiara. We are seeing a little bit of vision score though from Kaiser now, which is nice. But I don't know how long till the dragon's up. Probably a little bit more than a minute, as I don't see the little timer.
It is hard to see.
I think it's 1 minute 3 seconds.
It's right around a minute. I think, if I'm reading that correctly. Map.
It's a little bit cut off from the map, but it's fine.
We'll have to fine tune this later.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy though that they were able to probably get those kills over in Baron, because what was a 4K gold lead could have easily have been a repeat of last game, going up to the 9K deficit. But being able to get those kills to stop them has stemmed the bleeding a little bit for Kaiser. They're only up 3.5K gold.
For sure. And Varus now has Terminus, which will be excellent for Malphite.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is Terminus, that's the one that gives you both a little bit of armor, but also a little bit of armor pen? Or am I mistaken?
It's the alternating, so it alternates between giving you armor and MR and giving you armor and MR and pen.
Oh, okay, that's actually really, really nice then,
It's a
especially
really nice
against this
item.
team.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's really good for people like Callista, Varus, Kaisa, Vayne.
What I'd give to see Kiara play Vayne in a comp match.
Oh man.
That would be the day.
Oh,
that would be the day. We're gonna
We got-
5-man this entrance. LSU really wants this soul.
Oh, absolutely.
Nar is close to Mega Nar. If he's able just to get a little bit of poke, maybe he can jump in here and get a huge slam. Malphite are used though onto Kiara, who's already half HP low. Hostile takeover used.
Elo down. Cinder's down. Oh man.
That's just an ace.
I don't even know what happens.
It was the hostile takeover. It was the hostile takeover.
Sink got thrown. The hostile takeover, yeah. Wow. Well played.
Yeah, Big Boy Pants and Kiara were both hitting each other already on low HP from the Malphite.
Oh
And
yeah.
just so much damage going down from the Gangplank guard, hostile takeover. Callista free hitting as much as she possibly can, and that's probably going to be mid-inhib. Tier 2 bot tower is probably going to go down here as well. They're actually going to give up the ability to go from mid here. They're going to take that tier 2 down the bot lane. And if I'm Renata here, I'm going to start putting some vision over by the Baron, already putting it inside of the blue side top jungle.
Just no one is getting past. And it looks like Callista is going for Wits End. I think Varus might be going for is that Guardian Angel?
That could be, and that honestly would be a really, really good pickup in this, especially if they just throw everything in. Sombra's going to be picked out. Zyra ulti does land, so does QE combo. That is Vi gone. Malphite are used. Sombra's going to get hit out. Hazel's super, super low, gets hit by the Callisto. Hostile taker over used. Kiara low, ticking. Elo down as well. The triple kill. Nara's in the wrong side of town.
Whoa, what is happening?
Whoa.
Whoa! Hey, bring me back.
We're just at the good part.
Hey, that was rude.
There we go.
Okay,
You've seen enough.
I know, it was like, you don't need to watch anymore. Oh.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Everything going okay on your side?
Has been destroyed.
There we go. It just totally lagged out for a sec. Is it good? Is it good for you now?
Yeah, everything's good on my end.
Yeah, it just had a moment.
Yep.
Looks like second Baron.
Yeah, it looks like off that they're able to get the mid inhib, and now we're going to be able to take out the Baron without any Kiaras in their midst. Hampering their plans. Yeah, and you're looking at a 12k gold deficit now.
Yeah.
For Kaiser, it's...
And a soul sweep.
Oh. And a soul sweep as well. Every objective has gone over to LSU here, and
except for
it is...
3 void grubs. We did get half the void grubs.
Okay, we did get void grubs. That's decent, but still, into this... Oh my god, everyone's just so tanky.
No.
By being able to build Bruiser and getting a Mountain Soul shield, especially with the Renata being able to give a shield as well on top of her E, it's going to be incredibly hard for anybody to kill anybody.
Well, absolutely.
Sombra does think, though, that he can get a gank here onto this Malphite. The Malphite is huge, though. Fury does proc.
Yeah, he's just taking nothing. Callista and Renata are in the mid lane. Just in their face, standing there menacingly. Hazel trying so
Just
hard.
standing there, menacingly.
There go 2 turrets. Looks like they're going for it.
Sombra's just going in.
Oh, hostile takeover. Oh no.
No, it's just, it went from bad to worse.
Oh no.
Our ulti was
That
huge,
ulti
4-man
was
knockup.
massive, but
Red team quadra kill.
Times 9 mid.
what does that mean?
A report mid.
Oh.
They're just having a little bit of fun. Yeah, that's going to be game 2 wins for LSU.
Yes, it is. Alright. Let's get us over to the posting screen. Looks like my thing's gonna freeze a little bit. There we go. Alright, what were your thoughts on that game?
There were some adjustments I'm really, really happy about. Like, getting Kiara the lead he got as far in as possible was really, really good. I feel like Kaiser every time they go into these objective fights, they're always on the back end, and the one thing they need to focus on, in my eyes, is vision.
For sure.
Like throughout this entire game, LSU was able to just set up perfect vision for when they wanted to take a fight, and when they had what they wanted, they took it. Where it felt like Kaiser was always on the back foot when it came to that. So I'm really hoping, at least for next week's game, if there is one, that I want to see a lot more attention pulled towards that vision. And I honestly want to see them start taking down these dragons again. We saw it in the first few games where they actually focused these dragons a lot more. But
Yeah.
it's just gotten so hard, especially with the super aggressive comp that these guys have drafted into them. It's really hard to say. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I think that there's some good moments, like especially with Kiara getting that lead and you know all that good stuff. But I mean, it was just a rough game. I mean, they soul swept. They were able to hold the vision control, so that we weren't really able to do a lot. I mean, it was hard, but um, I would say I agree with you on all the things that you pointed out. There's not a ton to touch on this game, but um, yeah, I don't necessarily think it was like a terrible game. There was some real standout highlight moments. There's some big ults to hit, like Big Boy and Elo hit some really awesome ults. But yeah,
Yeah, no, like everyone played pretty good. It's those late team fights without the vision, man.
yeah,
It's just so crucial.
it
It's so
is.
crucial in these fights. Kiara played out of his mind, I feel like, in that second game. I'm really happy to see that again.
I like the
There's
buzz.
a lot of hope in these games. Like we see them fighting back and getting into this, but first thing you need to do, I think, is figure out a way for Big Boy to go even in lane here, because he was getting pushed back a lot. Like you can even see now on Big Boy's thing, he was only able to get to about 2 items. Where you look at this Malphite, he's up at like 4.
He was
He's able to
almost
do
full
some
built.
crazy damage
Yeah.
out on everything. So, but I mean, that's also when you're having a blind pick into him,
Mhm.
and you never kind of know what a top player is going to pull out of their hat next. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited for next week's games, and I'm really excited to see what they take away from this.
Me too.
See where it goes.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what they do if they come up with a strategy on how to maybe like move together to get vision, because that would be really important. Tracking the jungler a bit better, I think, would be really helpful as well. Obviously, we can't hear their like comms or anything, but I think being able to track where that jungler is and move together to kind of safely get that vision is something that could really benefit them.
Absolutely, it's going to make their team fights even better. Like their team fights aren't bad. It's just the fact that they go into team fights and they're kind of on the back foot because of that no vision from it.
Yeah, but I believe we have a game next week. So we will be back for that. There's some other teams playing, so make sure you go check out their streams and support all of our players. They did great this week. There was a lot of really awesome moments. Very proud of our team. Make sure to follow us on everything. Here's all of our socials, and make sure to give some love to our players. And thank you so much, Matt, for joining me as always.
Of course. Thank you for having me. It was super fun to cast with you again.
Yes, it was awesome. And we will see you guys for the next stream.